Island Sanctuary info. This looks great. All right. So while nothing much was revealed concerning the upcoming Stardew Valley-like Island Sanctuary coming in 6.1, we did get some juicy bits of info with, that's part of, words, oh my god, part of Yoshi P's interview with Mione and Shenpai. So, when we originally announced Island Sanctuary, we were kind of taken aback by the huge response we got from players. We weren't expecting such an incredible reaction. And, you know, one of the things I even like thus far is just going around our FC house. It's so cool. We have, so we've got basically a sort of bar cafe in to the left, and then if you go downstairs, it's a nightclub. Mm-hmm. It's a really cool looking nightclub too. It's really nice. And that's just really fun. And, you know, it's like not the most gameplay oriented thing, but like it's a fun social space that like our guys just decorate, make look really cool. Also, it's in a really, really good position where it's just in front of a hot spring in the ward that we're in. So that's really cool. Really cool. And it just goes to show those things are like really nice. That's why people are really excited about something like this. They want a part of a world to call their own. We understood that a lot of players are really looking forward to it, and they've got really high expectations. I just don't want to approach it in a haphazard way. For example, if we were to give some information here and there, I think that might lead to a misunderstanding on the player's side. They might not really understand what we are trying to do with this content, so I thought it might be a safer option if we wait until we're at a stage where we can show screenshots or maybe even some live gameplay on a stream. So that is good. It's nice and responsible. But I just want to give a bit of a disclaimer to our players. A lot of people are thinking it will be very akin to Animal Crossing, but Animal Crossing is really the product of many years of installments, iteration, and development. So first and foremost, I'd just like to say, please don't expect something at that level, because that will be a little bit tough for us. Yeah, I imagine so. Now, for new information. But I would like to provide you with some general details. Just some general information. So, Island Sanctuary will be new content that we're pulling into the game in the 6.x series. And we will make sure to update it regularly as well, so it will be quite a large-scale form of new content. Blizzard, please, build things to last. Build things to last. Because now this is a thing that this game will have. It's not a thing it'll have for a few months or 2 years. It's a thing it'll have. It'll be there. People have fun. Imagine, fuck me sideways. Imagine if you could level up your character in horrific visions.
Wow.
I mean, I'd actually enjoy that, by the way. I'm not taking the piss. I thought horrific visions were really cool.
Yeah, like that is just so alien and so foreign to how World of Warcraft's built that the idea just bounced off my head. I was like, don't be stupid. Wait, hang on. That's actually a good idea shit.
Yeah, you mean that fun bit of content? You know, and maybe now that it's not like tied into player power, they could just have a little, they could get weird with it. Right, the concept for Island Sanctuary is you basically have your own island. So at the start, you have a kind of blank canvas. So you can say, what type of building do I want to place here? What type of materials do I want to gather? Maybe I want to let my minions roam free on this island, which is, real cute. Give people a nice reason to collect. Another thing, it's not going to be a type of content where people compete with each other and you won't feel pressured. For an example, if someone is trying to get tombstones and they feel like, I have to do that content every week. So it's really free from those pressures and more laid back and relaxed, where you can just have your own sanctuary, your own island.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This is not the type of content where you would expect to find the goal is to get like a super strong weapon, or for the people who like raiding, maybe this is not so much their cup of tea. Maybe they won't play it.
But what about the player retention? What about the engagement mechanics?
But what about gameplay first? You need to be hitting buttons, or else your goopy gamer brain will, re-solidify and you'll have standards again.
Keep pounding their brain so it remains goop. You can't have them think.
I'm thinking about it was a Dr. K video on I don't know how tied to this, but it was a one from Dr. K about executive function.
Yes.
And it's that thing where games actually cognitively do have a bunch of benefits. You know, your hand-to-eye coordination, some aspects of problem solving, depending on what type of, game you're playing. But one of the things games can do that is bad for your cognition is reduce your executive function, right? So imagine, your brain sometimes, if you don't feel like you have a thing to do, then your brain's going to be like, I need a thing to do. What am I going to do? And it's, then you're like, whoosh, mobile game. And there's these people, where they really struggle with executive function because there's always a game that is just saying, hey, brain, we're going to crank you. Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like all of that goopy gamer brain stuff we've been talking about, it's like this doesn't seem like the sort of thing that's bad for your executive function. It sort of seems more, more relaxed, less like crazy pressured. And I think that's going to be good for the overall pacing of a game. And just cognitively, mentally, how people interact with it. As for some things you can do, I'd really like people to think of that in FF14, this is a place where you can relax. You can also call over your friends to your island, have a chat with them. You can also go visit your friend's island. Laid back, relaxing content, so it's typically things like tending to crops, looking after and raising animals. That was more the concept that we were going for here. Of course, there is content that focuses on the house, the garden, and the furniture, but I would say that Island Sanctuary ranks a little bit higher because there's a more broad range of things in the mix. Wow. I mean, think about imagine this. What will the PC Gamer article look like highlighting the coolest sanctuaries people have made? In the same way that, you get the PC Gamer article highlighting the coolest things that, has been made with the base creation in No Man's Sky. And it's like for those games, like those are like for No Man's Sky, that's like a subsection of gameplay. So it's important to have these things that are, not pure progression.